I have 11 questions for you. Could you tell me how to get close to the locals?
Right now is very difficult because everything is so kind of close. But I think generally in class it will be easier to make friends if you talk to people, or if you go to farmers market, you can just talk to people or try to talk to them.
Is there any activities to meet people?
Sports
Sports?
and at university as well. I think that usually there's a lot of activities, but right now.
Oh, so sad. Okay.
I think in my home university we have an association for those exchange students, and that association will arrange some activities for exchange students, such as the welcome party and different parties and gathering during some traditional festivals. Yes. But
We usually have them.
but
But now,
But now.
I'm so sad. What do you think are the advantages of being an exchange student?
The friends you make, I think is very nice because you meet locals and other international people, and you can also learn the language. I know German is very hard,
Very, very hard.
but you can try. And I think it's very great because even if it's sometimes very hard, you can learn so many different things and grow as a person, and become more independent, more free in your ideas, and learn a lot about yourself as well.
biggest advantage is I enjoy more freedom here, because in my home university usually we have so many class meetings and you need to do a lot of work for your class, not only for yourself and your own studies. But here I can just study and have my personal time, and I can just arrange my free time. Yes.
I think the best thing of being exchange student is try food. Yes, right.
Yes.
Yeah, schnitzel is very nice. What are some inconvenience during the exchange for you? Inconvenience.
At first, when I was in China, was the language.
Ah, yeah.
Actually, all the time. It's like, I arrived at my dorm with all my luggage alone, and I didn't know where to go. And the guards were super friendly, but they only spoke Chinese, and I was like,
I agree, language should be the most inconvenience. And because I found, although most people here they can speak English, but for those people such as some staff members in the supermarket and some cleaning ladies, they can't speak English.
Yes,
Yes.
cleaning lady.
Yes, in my dorm we have a cleaning lady and she came every Wednesday. But at that time I always have my lessons, but she just breaks into my room and start to clean my room. But I'm having my lessons online.
Yes. I wanna talk a bit about transfer. Because
public transfer?
no, I mean transfer abroad, money to send money.
Money.
Yeah, abroad.
Yes.
Even before entering Austria, there were many things to transfer overseas. In Korea, the commission is really expensive, so I paid the commission about 30 euro.
Me too.
Yeah, 30 euro is so expensive. Yeah.
I paid everything once I arrived in China, so I had to find an ATM and withdraw money like 3 times because I had to pay my dorm in full. and you only have the 100 bills.
Ah.
So yeah. It's not comparing. And I had a special arrangement in my credit card, so I didn't pay too many fees. So I just took from my bank account and with small fee.
Yeah. And
Lainey? Okay.
and then the service fee to transfer your money between banks are very expensive.
We should move on.
Oh, we should move on.
Let's again talk about the transfer abroad. Molly's story again.
Okay, again, I need to talk about it again.
Mm-hmm.
Before I arrived at Graz, I need to pay my deposit for my dorm. So I need to transfer from China to Austria. Then I needed to pay the service fee for the bank. Then I paid like 30 euros extra for the service. But then like 2 or 3 days later, I received a text, and the text says, "Oh, your money has arrived at the bank." But then I found actually the amount of the money arrived is even less than the amount I transferred, because from China to Austria, the money should be transferred between among several banks, not only 2 banks. So each time they transfer between 2 banks, they charge some service fee.
So how many cost?
So I think at last it cost about 40 euros.
Yes.
And I already paid 30 euros in advance.
Wow.
But then during the transferring, I still get some money. Oh.
Yeah, so expensive. In my case, also once I transferred abroad, the commission is about 30 euros. Yeah, it's too expensive. But after arriving in Austria, I found one company called in transfer. Yeah, this transfer is actually no fee at all. No commission. Yeah, no commission, because they offer student discount. So when you get the student discount, you don't need to pay commission. Yeah, so it's very good. It's very good.
I really want to try that.
Yeah, but we use only for Korean.
Oh, so if we go to Korea, we can use it.
Yes. Yeah,
And
yeah.
we can save. I can save at least 40 euros.
Also, I wanna ask you something about money. Do you think prices in Austria are expensive or not?
For me, Austria is standard. So China is cheaper.
Cheaper.
Yeah, most of the stuff, especially food.
Yeah,
especially food
yeah.
was cheaper in China. But so for me, Austria is standard.
Standard.
So it's not.
So did you feel Austria price is more expensive?
Actually, I found the price for public transport is much more expensive. But I found some price, such as for milk and milk products, and also for some cosmetic products for your skin, it's much cheaper. Because I think in China there aren't many farms to raise cows, so the milk products are not very cheap. And also I think for the skincare products, that's because the tax is public transport.
Public transport is more expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive. So
Even for us, we say like it's very expensive.
yeah, do you recommend coming to Austria as an exchange student?
Yes,
Yes, why?
because I think the natural view in Austria is really amazing,
especially because I was born and raised up in a place without any mountains. So I think in Austria, landscape is very special for me. Such as even when you are just driving on the highway and the views around you, you can see mountains and very blue skies, and I think that's very beautiful.
Yeah, I think Austria is good for exchange because we have a lot of English courses. So you have some things to choose, and education usually is very good. So, and I mean sometimes Austrian people are really grumpy. Grumpy?
No, I think
The weather is bad. It's too sunny. No, it's raining again. Oh no, it's too hot. We always complain about the weather. But it's just. I think if you ask someone for help or something, they will always help you and be friendly.
yes, I think
So,
most people I met here are very kind and helpful.
So your answer is yes. Okay. What is the most important thing to live abroad?
Try to learn the language
Learn. First one, second one, language.
because I think it's very helpful.
I agree.
Language is very important.
And I think you have to be open,
Open mind.
yeah, for new experience, and that we do things different than you do. Like we cook different, like it's small things, how we cut our meat or whatever it is, we do it different. So is maybe at first it's like you're doing it wrong, but it's not wrong, it's just different. I think you have to keep that in mind because else you will be like, you're doing everything wrong. You like cry? Don't say no.
Yes. I think Graz is very cute and peaceful. Yes, I think it's really a city that's very suitable for you to live in. It's not too big or too crowded, but you have anything you need, like the supermarket, the gardens, and anyway, anything from kindergarten to universities. Yes.
Yeah.
And I think the pace of living here is really slow. I mean, during Sunday and
Yeah.
and every day, like in the afternoon, you can see people. They just sit in the park talking and with their friends and enjoying their day. I think that's really beautiful. Yes.
좋습니다. 이렇게 인터뷰를 끝내겠습니다. 안녕.
안녕.
안녕.